friends. It's your friends, Rosso and Rink. Right? That's probably right.
Something like that.
Close enough. I mean,
50-50 shot. Exactly. It works 100% of the time.
50% of the time, it works 75% of the time.
Welcome back.
Yeah. Did you miss us? We missed you.
So, Saturday.
Saturday. It is Saturday, November 16th, year of our Lord, 2024. We didn't expect to find anything today, actually.
No.
We expected today was, we were going to just list some of the current inventory we have on hand. And
produce some content.
Yeah, obviously, we have to share our story to everybody on the internet.
No longer a consume. Well, we still consume. But,
well, of course.
But now we're also producers.
Yeah, exactly. We've officially joined. If you think about it, technically, we're on the same level of Mr. Beast in that we post videos online.
Yeah. I mean, apples to oranges.
We're doing better than him.
Yeah.
It's like, does he have the kind of return on investment that we do? Probably. But,
Maybe. I haven't seen the numbers yet.
Exactly. And we're not handing out mid-chocolate bars with the promise of $1 million. I bought the bars. I didn't win anything. I want my money back.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I know.
Can we get litigated for this?
Is it defamation if it's true?
Hey, it's your personal experience.
Exactly. It's my personal vendetta.
It's your truth.
It's my truth, and it's real.
Okay, so back on track. Yeah, Saturday. Saturday to Saturday, we posted a video last week. Mm-hmm. We got 1 view.
Yeah, we got 1 view.
That's a win.
It's a very big win, and I think that whoever that loyal consumer is, we thank them so very much for having faith in us. And I think also, I'm not sure how often y'all are checking our eBay store, but we check it, if not every hour, every other hour.
Yeah.
If
my heart's beating, I'm checking.
Yeah, exactly. It's always one of those, I get a notification, I always get a little dopamine hit, just, love it.
Wins.
Great wins. But I think that one of the best times we managed to sell was a crowd favorite. It was the Noggle.
Oh.
The Noggle did sell, everyone, and I want to say, unfortunately, this person did not reach out for that 40% discount, which really broke our hearts. But hey, it's going to the Cultural Center of the United States, which is Missouri.
Oh.
I know. Everyone wishes they were from there.
One of our favorite doctors is in Missouri.
We have a great doctor friend who's in Missouri. Hello, doctor. We missed you.
Greetings.
And salutations.
So the Noggle did sell, Joe. Fantastic win.
Love it.
From Ardula to Missouri.
Yeah, Ardula to Missouri. It went from $5 to $40. And what happened at $35 in the middle? We don't know, but we got it. So
well, I can tell you the government also got it.
The government. And that is a serious point, ladies and gentlemen. We do operate a business, okay? We have to keep money aside for taxes. We have to keep books relatively clean because forget how they got Al Capone. Felony tax evasion. And I'm not saying we would do that. I'm just saying that, they didn't get him for running alcohol. They didn't get him for the Valentine's Day massacre. They got him for felony tax evasion. In our next video, we'll be discussing if tax evasion should be a felony or a new Olympic sport. But I think we should talk about the inventory we have on hand, don't you, Mr. Rosso?
I mean, we got the stories.
Oh, great stories.
We got the journey.
Of course.
I think in this video, we'll go over couple things. So we'll go over what we picked up today, about our adventure today, and then what we sold over the last week.
Oh, of course, yes.
So, I think let's start with our adventure today. So a little later start for both of us.
Yeah, 9 o'clock, 9:15ish.
Yeah, great time.
I know.
Strapping young men need to get their beauty sleep.
It's a whole 23-hour regiment to get like this.
Oh, jeez.
Speaking of which, I need to go to bed in like 30 minutes because of that.
Yeah, prime time. Baby.
Yeah, I know, right?
So we then okay. So throughout the week, day jobs, driving around, we saw some signs from garage sales. It is deep in November here in Colorado.
Mm-hmm. Well, in most parts of the world, it's in November.
Well, Colorado winter.
Yeah, it's true, yeah.
But we got lucky, so today was actually a nice day. Very surprised there was garage sales.
That's where we.
We drove down the road because we thought I had thought we saw some signs. We drove, we didn't find.
Yeah, it was a letdown. And then we stopped by one. It was a fly-by-night. We didn't know what was happening. We honestly weren't even going to stop, but we said, well, we're in the car. We don't want to be totally for nothing, and we don't want to pay for lunch and whatnot, because we will, business expense, sometimes a nice little burrito, okay, or sushi or something.
But only if we made our money to pay for it.
Exactly. We're not going to do it. We're not going to dip into the account. This isn't our food account. This is our business account. It does have some perks.
Yeah, because the longer that we are out there looking for garage sales or at garage sales, the more money our business generates.
Exactly. And we've done it where we go out and we got $1,000 plus in inventory, and then we'll say, okay, we can afford to spend $30 on burritos or sushi or whatever.
Right. And obviously, it allows us to be out there longer, discuss our finds, and plan for the future. So, we did not do that today. One garage sale, a lot of furniture, yada yada. But we asked for electronics.
Oh yeah, electronics are the secret bread and butter. Everyone, they are really it's one of those things that in the 21st century you don't think about DVD players, you don't think about CD players, you don't think about cassette players, but there are people that are still stuck in the 90s, and they think about it constantly. And they recognize that a lot of the stuff isn't either made anymore, or the business went out, or they just moved away from a convenient place where they can buy it. So with the helpful power of the internet, we can help fill those gaps.
There's no longer Radio Shacks.
No, there's no longer Radio Shacks.
Time out. We did get an interesting comment.
Oh, of course.
Of course we
did.
About our Radio Shack listing.
Yes.
It's a tweeter, I believe?
Yes, it's a tweeter, which is different than a Twitter, I've heard. It's a different species of bird.
Now known as X.
Now known as X, indeed.
By Lord and Savior.
Yes, Donald and Elon.
Yeah.
But it is...
Just gotta slide that one in there.
Yeah, real subtle.
Yeah.
Real subtle there, Chief.
So the comments on our Twitter.
He was basically saying that we have it overpriced. He was accusing us of saying we had it listed for $149, $149 plus free shipping, which obviously by our generosity we give to you, the loyal consumer. We love you.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Exactly.
Ship it for free. Exactly.
But he was saying we had it overpriced. And, Mr. Rosso here is in charge of relationships. So when you reach out to us, 99% of the time, it'll be him that talks to you. I'll, of course, see the conversation. I'll be involved with it. But that's his side of the business. He's a lot more people-friendly. I'm a walking HR case. So...
customer service just comes naturally to some of us.
Exactly. Some of us excel without filters.
A polite response is pretty much just saying, which we didn't have to.
No.
A lot of people on eBay will reach out and be like, hey, they might actually correct our listings, be like, hey, it's actually this type of thing. Hey, I collect these items. It would be better if you titled it this way. It's great. This guy was just pretty much like, you guys are smoking some peace pipe. This is way overpriced, blah, blah, blah. Now, mind you, this thing is, I don't even know, 30 years old, 40 years old.
Yeah.
It's still brand new, sealed.
Mm-hmm.
It was $10 40 years ago.
Yeah.
But, we're not listing our stuff at random pricing. We actually go through and we look at sold comparables. Mm-hmm. So this thing was listed for $149, not because we think it's $149, but because the market has demanded $149 for it.
Exactly. And that is one of the most important things, that the hands-off, laissez-faire, the invisible hand of the market will guide everything. We can have piles of fecal matter in saying that it's worth hundreds of dollars as manure. And that very well may be true. But until someone's willing to pay us hundreds of dollars for it, it's worth nothing.
Yeah, exactly. It's worth... Just because you believe or think it is worth something does not matter, because if no one buys it for that price.
Exactly. That's the whole thing. You know what you want. You want money. You have to convince the other party to give up what they have for you to get what you want.
Yeah. So this guy, lovely comment. It was kind of...
It was witty.
Yeah, comedic in the middle of our week.
Yeah.
But, we move on. So,
of course.
I guess bringing it back to today, go to a lovely garage. So we're going to walk you guys through what we found.
Beautiful. I would love to see that. So
we started off wide-eyed, bushy-tail with $200 in our pocket.
$200 in our pocket after we went to our local credit union, and for better or for worse, their entire system was down. And this is one of the factors you have to think about, because 90% of the time, actually 100% of the time, cash is king. Cash will always help deals go through, okay? Mm-hmm. But some people might do Venmo, some people might do PayPal, but sometimes you run into your sweet little granny across the street who barely understands how to write a check.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of have cash.
And telling someone, hey, I'll Venmo you $20 for this item, and they go, I want 40. Okay, I'll Venmo you 20, right? Versus being like, I got $20 right here, you want to take it? And they go, sure, boom, snag it.
Exactly.
Impulse purchases, right?
Exactly.
Today we spent a grand total of $75.
Ooh.
So let's see what we got for $75. So, we're going to start with our first. I mean, maybe even a bunt. I wouldn't even call this a first base hit.
Yeah, this was the pitcher accidentally clipped the guy on up the bat, and he walked him on.
Right. So here we are. So it's going to be our vintage Panasonic portable CD player. We paid $5 for this.
Roughly.
It is not brand new. It's used, but it still has the box, which I thought was pretty cool. Everything is in there. You have your adapters, blah, blah, blah. $5, regularly going for, I think it was like $30 without the box, the manuals, or any of the attachments, just for the CD player. So an extra $10 to have all it. We have offers on. If you like this item and you want to pick it up, send us an offer.
Exactly.
Boom.
And this one also had the manual with it. And manuals 99% of the time add a lot of value. Sometimes we've even seen we have some items that we're about to show you. They have manuals also, and the manuals alone are selling for $15. We're not going to do that, of course, because why would we get 15 there when we could have 200 over there?
Right. But there was actually, a cool thing that we did buy. I think it was the summer before, our first summer out there.
Yeah.
We got like a Nissan Altima car manual.
Beautiful.
I don't know, someone's like $1. Sure, it's an old manual for a car they didn't even have anymore.
Yep.
Sold it for like $40.
Yep, $40. And best part, media mail. So you get cheaper too for shipping. So instead of it being around $7 or $8 for ship, it meant $3 or $4 to ship. Right. So instead of you being for $10 to make the 40, you're in it for $5 to make the 40.
Yeah. Plus it's a manual.
Exactly.
Cool. Like no skin off our back.
Yeah.
This.
Oh.
Chef's kiss.
Gorgeous.
So we asked, do you have electronics? This was one of the first ones we saw. We were like, hey, is this one spoken for? No, we can pick it up. And then we went downstairs and like, oh, we also have this like printer. And they started digging through more and more stuff, and they brought out electronics. So, long story short, I would think the good thing that we did today that we practice as a business principle is we asked for things that we wanted to buy.
Yes, because they might not have thought about selling it until we came in with cash and saying, do you really want this? And we were really fortunate with this garage sale because this one, everything that we bought that was electronics had the original packaging. Yeah. The person who bought this, most of the time, myself included, when I get TVs and I get Xboxes and I get all printers, I throw away the box. I very rarely need it again. This person held on to all of it. And so we had everything. You can see it even still has a styrofoam wrapping around this thing.
Mm-hmm. Now, this one is, out of all the ones we purchased today, the only used one. This was actually out and about. We just, they had the packaging still, which is cool. Onkyo system here. No remote because it's a cassette player. Came out before remotes were a thing.
We assume we weren't around for either when the remote or the cassette came out.
Yep. We asked the guy, hey, how much are you thinking on this? He said $20. Immediately we were like, no problem at all.
Of course not.
Let's go see what other electronics you have. We looked it up. It was coming up for like $100.
Beautiful.
But after we got home and did some more research, we realized that it actually is fetching a higher price. So $20 into $200. They were happy. That's the price they wanted. Yep. We're really happy because that's going to be a nice profit.
Of course,
for our business.
Very much so.
So, beautiful. Again, you can see it's used. Still has that box.
It's all gorgeous.
And we're also throwing in a cassette cleaner.
Yes, exactly. So before the age of CDs, you had to cassettes. You got gunked up every so often. So you had to run this through, make sure it's all clean.
Yeah, kind of cool. I learned that today. I didn't know that was a thing. So
I barely understand how cassettes work.
Well, here we were born before you even knew what cassettes were. All right, next one.
Beautiful.
Surprise, guys. I would call this a first base hit.
I would call this a first base. I would say they're trying to steal second, but the pitcher's still winding up, so they're not sure what they're going to do.
Right. We might get into a pickle situation.
We might get into a pickle.
Still lovely. Look, has the box. Boom, boom, boom. Check it out. It's brand new with manual. It's a Toshiba DVD player. It has the remote. Everything's great. It's gorgeous. $100, not bad. Again, this was an item that, he lotted in. He said, I don't know, I'll do 80 for all four of them, so $20 a piece. And I pretty much was walking away from this, and I said, hey, man, if you really want to sell this, I'll do it for 10. I was like, if not, I'll just grab the others, and we'll do $60 for the three. And he said, let's snag that for 10, right? Yeah. That's a good, sales tactic, right? Like, yeah. I didn't want it for 20. I would want it for 10. Ball's in his court. We're good to go.
Do not be afraid to walk away from it's a bad sale. If it does not make sense for you, do not feel morally, ethically, socially obligated at all to buy from them. In fact, sometimes it will say, hey, if you'll walk away, and they'll say, you know what, never mind. I will sell it to you for that price that you asked for. It doesn't hurt. I'm not saying you should use it as a scare tactic or try to intimidate, but I'm saying that if it doesn't make sense for you, don't waste your time.
Yeah. Know your prices, know your sell-through rates, and if that doesn't match up with what your business is doing, then walk away. Right?
Exactly.
What was cool, though, is part of that same tactic is that let's say he's like, hey, hard pressed, I want $20 for it.
Yeah.
Sure, that's fine. I'm gonna go look for other items, and then maybe we start getting a pile, right? And he kind of goes, in this exact situation, sure, we'll throw that in for an extra 10.
Exactly.
You know, if I was only gonna buy that for 10, he'd probably I want 20, right? But if I go, hey, I'm already doing $70 for the business, you want to throw this in for 10, make it 80. You know, that's 420s and we're good to go.
The pile works. People, if you get all the stuff you want, instead of trying to individually cherry pick the stuff that you want and buy one at a time, you buy it as a lot, you buy it in bulk, you buy it whole. Going to help you a lot in the long run. Oh my God, this is just beautiful.
All you, Mr. Ink.
Thank you, Mr. Rosso. This is a Denon DCD800. And I don't know what half of that means, but basically it means that it's a CD player.
Never had one myself.
No, I had a Walkman as a child. And this is going for $299. And I believe we bought this also for the $20 purchase. So,
Space, yeah.
exactly, $20 right there. Has a manual, has a remote, all that fun jazz.
New in box. I mean, yeah. We're loving life on this one.
Yeah, this is absolutely gorgeous. And, shipping this stuff, super easy. You just need a plastic mailer, okay, maybe 2. Tape up the shit around it, and then, just send it off through your local friendly government agent, the post office. Or Federal Express if you believe they are part of the federal government.
Yeah. I mean, hey, we have the UPS.
Yeah, we have the UPS, yeah.
You know, so there's,
Yeah, UPS is our best friend.
Well, balances, right?
Yeah, exactly. Checks and balances.
So,
Mr. Rosso, this one is gorgeous.
Following that same trend, same company, Denon. Never heard of them before, but I'm going to be keeping my eyes out for these for sure. We learned that like the 290 versus the 800, there's also like a 1500 model. Mm-hmm. Keep it simple. Higher the number, the more money it fetches.
Yeah.
So pretty cool. Again, brand new in box. I don't think this one had the manual with it. Maybe. Oh, it does. Yeah. So this one had the manual, and then it also has the remote. Lovely time. $20 into $225.
Exactly. So, and then I believe we have one other item left. Am I correct?
Oh, I think so.
Indeed.
I think so. Oh, you know what? That is it for our pickup today.
That is it for everything. Well, if you think about it like this, everyone, we spent $75 for all that inventory. Mm-hmm, okay, mm-hmm. And if someone who wants to be super generous and thinks we're that charming and witty, okay, wants to just pick it all up today, it would be what, $900?
Yeah.
In sales in sales price and market value, and then heck, after shipping and everything else, we're making $700, $800, give or take.
Yeah. And I mean, I would say let's just call it like 20% off. We get 80%, margin on that. $700, $750.
Beautiful. Yeah. And then we sell one thing. We bought it all for $75. So we sell the one of the Denons. We sell the Toshiba, whatever. You sell one, okay, with the exception of the Panasonic, because that's going for $40. Okay, you sell one out of anything else, it's going to cover up the cost of everything else, and then you have free money at that point.
Right. I love it. So this is our eBay business, guys.
Yeah.
Added more inventory, added a lot of high dollar items.
Yep.
And to be honest, we'll show you in some of our shorts if you want to check them out. We'll go through each item, but like sell-through rates are pretty solid on most of these.
Yeah.
A couple of them,
they're slow.
Yeah, cheeky sell-through rates, but it's because you're turning 20 into 200.
Exactly. Would you rather turn the 20 into $200 and wait 6 months, or would you rather turn the 20 into 50 and wait a week?
Right.
That's really the choices that you have to make in this game. Sometimes there are some that sell for 20 to 200 they sell in a week, and obviously those are things that you should pick up right away. But most of the time it's either it sells fast and not very well, or it sells really well but not that fast.
So up next, I want to hop into sales.
Ooh,
I'm just going to be cautious on this. I just don't know if this is going to show all the...
Do you want to drag that over to the other screen? Oh no, it's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
Absolutely gorgeous.
So let's go sales in the last... I mean, man.
This month. Let's see this month.
So...
I think you have to generate still.
Oh, you are right.
I do have my moments.
Look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
So, obviously, here's our numbers. Take a look. Lovely. We took a hiatus from listing for a while, almost like a whole month off. So, obviously, you're going to see a lot of percentages down.
Yeah.
Totally fine with us. We needed some time off. But I really want to take a look at what has sold, and more so, like the most recent ones. So, if we recall, there's been some items that we listed in our last video, so it's only been a week since listing. It's that vintage Christmas light adapter.
Accessory.
Love it. Sold. I mean,
We got the train transformer, which does not mean it's like one of like Megatron. It's a different type of transformer, but still pretty cool.
Yep, it does train things.
Yeah, train transformer stuff.
And then you guys saw this. It was actually as we were making the video, we sold our thermostat, which is really cool.
Beautiful.
Interesting is that the person who bought it was
They were drop shipping from us, I believe. They were trying to arbitrage because what it was is our tactic is we always try to undercut the market just by a little bit because we'd rather get our cash. We'd rather get $40 now than have to wait an extra month to get $45. So we'll try to undercut by 10-15%.
Right.
And this person, so that means this thing, the thermostat, sells for around $70. So what we did was we sold it for $55, and it went to an actual place. Obviously, we're not going to say the address, but it went to a place called where it said it was for an online order. So what most likely they were doing is that they bought it from us on eBay for $50 and they sold it to somebody else on a different platform for $70, which is fine by us because we bought for what, $5?
Yep.
So,
and this is a win-win-win situation, right? The person that we bought it from got their $5. That's what they asked for. We got an item that we made our profit on. Someone then actually resold that item, was a middleman for someone else, and got their profit. And then the end customer, whoever was buying it at the end, got their product hopefully at a fair market. I mean,
exactly.
They probably wouldn't buy it if it wasn't fair, right?
And then that person's going to put it into a garage sale for themselves and sell it for $5, and the cycle will just continue to grow on.
And then the government hand comes in and takes their cut on every transaction.
Exactly.
Money velocity, children.
Yep, and tax mitigation, children.
Man, oh man. Dude, the
Noggle.
Oh.
The Noggle is gorgeous. Sold for $48 and change,
Oh,
and you can see that the government only made a whole $4 on this thing,
Love it.
so which is just the right amount in my opinion. You know, less than 10%.
Yeah,
It's just
for existing.
Yeah, for being able to breathe the same air that we do. You know, that's fine.
And then eBay gets their fee. Much
Of
more
course.
understandable for that.
Of
They're
course.
providing a great service.
Yeah, this is their platform. We're just on it.
Up next,
The
we
smoke
got
alarms.
Smoke alarms.
Yeah, the 4-pack of smoke alarms. We showed them to you. We only took out one from the box, but all those just...
We got them $1 a piece, so $4 in.
Yep, and we made $28 and change.
Great time right here.
Absolutely gorgeous.
And then, I'm not really sure what these numbers are. We'll look into that next
well,
time.
exactly. We'll find out later.
And then we did sell over the week. Let's see, our Elvis Presley, some more of those cards that we got from that big pickup we talked to you guys about.
Yep, we got another one from the big pickup, which is factory sealed cards. A lot of cards.
That
Action
one actually
figures.
sold today.
That one did sell today. Yes. Action figures.
Our blades, so we did sell these, but we actually had to the buyer had bought it and then very quickly canceled
Unfortunately.
their order. We hadn't shipped it out or anything, so it was no problem. We just obliged to cancel. We didn't we didn't lose any money. It just automatically realized we're having a great time. So.
And it is a lot easier because we've had some issues, and we'll make a different video of just our horror stories. But we've had issues where someone will send us an offer for an item. We'll accept said offer. They will get charged. We will get the money. We will send it. We will box the thing up. We'll send it to the post office, and then the item is about to be delivered in 2 days. And the person reaches out saying, I never meant to send this offer out. eBay should not have accepted this. I'm going to return this the second I get it."
Right.
We luckily were able to show everything to eBay. Yet again, rule of thumb: always keep all communication on the application. You do not give them your personal information.
Right.
But we show it to eBay saying, "Hey, this person sent us an offer, and they are now having cold feet." After they have already gone a mile deep into the ocean. They cannot have gone this far without there being a problem.
It's like people who bid on an item. Like if we have stuff up for auction, they go, "Hey, I'm going to pay $30 for that item," and then be like, "Never mind, I don't want to pay." It's like, well,
Exactly.
you kind of signed a contract by making that offer,
or it's
right?
or if you buy like a fancy rug, okay, you have to honor the terms of your contract. Okay, you go to an auction.
You raise that placard.
Yeah, even if it's $300, and you think I wouldn't pay $50 in a Jersey Mike sandwich for that. You got to pay, or I'm not going to say they would. I'm not going to say they wouldn't. I'm just saying they did have armed security. I digress. We did also manage to sell some of our wool, and then my personal favorite items to sell in this ship, just because I enjoy being a nuisance to the government, is the bowling balls. The undrilled, beautiful time. And it's not that hard. You just need to wrap it in bubble wrap just to protect it, and you just toss it in. And they say, "What is it?" And then all you need to respond is Fifth Amendment. I paid for shipping. And then if they have a problem with it, they're allowed to open it. It is the mail, and the Postal Service does have the right to open your mail and check it. Mm-hmm. But then if there's any damage, you can sue them and say, "Hey."
Gross government overreach.
Oh, exactly. Especially when they drop off those little flyers for grocery stores like Fred Meyer's, King Soopers, Target.
Yeah, I didn't ask for the solicitation.
Nor did I. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Well, here we are.
Indeed.
So, obviously, we sold some other items. This is like for the whole month. Whatever. These are the ones that we most recognized for the last week.
Yep.
Great weekend sales.
Fantastic.
Great pickup for this weekend.
Love it.
Hope you guys are really enjoying the content and future us.
Yep.
Go us. So we'll see you next time.
See you later, people.